Hello and welcome to Viewer Television Top Stories. My name is Phillips Levin. The National Security Advisor, General Babagana Mongono, retired, has inaugurated an 11-man special investigative panel to look into cases of oil theft and oil losses in the country. The panel is chaired by the interim administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Major General Barry Ndiomu, with David Atta as secretary. Speaking during the inauguration in Abuja, Mongono said Nigeria was currently facing a monumental loss of revenue that ought to have accrued from the sale of crude oil being the main source of its foreign exchange earnings. He said the alarming rate of vandalism and theft of crude oil had led to a significant decline in production, which has impacted the nation's revenue. The 63 kidnapped victims of the March 28 train attack on the Abuja-Kaduna passengers are demanding compensation from the federal government to enable them to start a new life. The demand came barely 24 hours after the Nigerian Railway Corporation resumed train services on the Abuja-Kaduna route. The deadly attack claimed the lives of 9 passengers. Speaking to journalists in Kaduna, the victims lamented that most of them lost their means of livelihood during the period they were in custody of the terrorists who kidnapped them during that attack. They also claim that the federal government was yet to fulfill the promises made to them shortly after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari upon their release in October, noting that most of them were already suffering from depression and psychological disorder that required urgent medical attention. And on insecurity, gunmen on Tuesday night abducted a core member, Adenike, and 7 others in extension to relocation along Arab Road, Kubwa area of Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Adenike, currently observing the mandatory National Youth Service, was kidnapped in her father's home. A source confirmed to newsmen that Adenike is the only daughter of her parents, adding that several others went missing after the attack. The source added that 2 others escaped while they were being whisked away through the heels of the kidnappers. The Nigerian Interreligious Council, NIREC, has dismissed fears in certain quarters that the 2023 elections may take or mar the country. Rather, NIREC, under the joint leadership of the Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs, Saad Abubakar III, and the President of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Archbishop Daniel Oko, expressed optimism that with the corrective actions of critical stakeholders and the people, the national rebirth for Nigeria could happen after the election. The NEREC co-chairman dismissed the fears in Abuja during the 4th quarterly meeting with the theme Peaceful and Credible Elections for National Renaissance. The Congress of University Academics has expressed its dissatisfaction with the federal government, particularly the Ministry of Labor and Employment, for failing to pay withheld salaries to its members, even when the government knew that the union did not call for strike actions and its members were not involved in the strike actions that lasted for 8 months and shut down the university system nationwide. Konwa noted in a statement that it was incorrect for the federal government to group the association with the members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, who went on an 8-month strike between February and October 2022. The statement was signed by Konwa's National President, Secretary, and Publicity Secretary, Nei Somunu, Henry Origpeloye, and Ernest Woke. The Interfaith Dialogue Forum for Peace, IDFP, has called on stakeholders in the electoral process, including citizens, to ensure peaceful, credible, and transparent elections in 2023. This is contained in a communique read and issued by Sani Kunle, co-chairman in Abuja by the forum after its 2-day sensitization and capacity strengthening workshops for religious leaders, civil society organizations, and also policy makers towards a peaceful general elections. The forum also called for effective collaboration among critical stakeholders before, during, and after the election with regards to planning, deployment, voter education, monitoring, and information sharing.
To increase collaborations between policymakers, security, CSOs, and religious leaders in promoting non-violent electoral processes towards achieving peaceful elections and stable democracy in Nigeria. The workshop focused on 6 key themes. A, violent conflict landmines and peace landmarks in 2023 general election in Nigeria. B, peaceful conduct of the elections, the role of security agencies. C, voting procedures, electoral offenses, and penalties.
Security agencies to collaborate with other stakeholders in communities for intelligence gathering to strengthen rapid response mechanism and avoid breakdown of law and order. The Kano State Hisba Board has intercepted a vehicle loaded with over 18,000 bottles of assorted beer in Gwarzo local government area of the state. The Commander General of the board, Sheikh Harun Sina, made the disclosure to newsmen in Kano on Tuesday. According to him, the truck containing the beer was intercepted at Gwarzo Road on its way to Kano on Monday. The Commander General noted that the law established in the Kano State Hisba Board prohibits the sale and consumption of beer and other intoxicants. He said the agency had also intensified campaigns and advocacy visits to enlighten the public about the dangers of engaging in immoral activities. That's all on top stories for now. Well, my name is Philip Sliven. Do enjoy the rest of your day.